Hello, mortals! I am the BookTube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. A few months back, one of the books I picked up for Shelve It or Shove It was The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. The cover was intriguing. I like original artwork, and this one was really captivating. The novel is a contemporary fantasy, though I think it reads a bit like magical realism. However, it is too fantastical to fall into the realism part of magical realism, but there's still something about the way that the story is told that reminds me of magical realism insofar that it is grounded in almost a hyper-realism, and any magic elements, at least for the main characters, are treated as though they are just another facet of their lives. The writing is clear and concise, yet borders almost on literary, at least in terms of depth. It reminded me of Robertson Davies, John Crowley, Harold Robbins, and other writers that can weave whimsy into their realism. Orquídea Divina is the matriarch of a large family, and there's something magical about her. She was born in Ecuador, but her early life is shrouded in mystery. We know she emigrated to the United States to a place called Four Rivers, though I'm not sure exactly where that is in the United States. Anyway, she moved there and she has never left. We know she's had 5 husbands, 6 children, and 5 grandchildren. All her progeny have left Four Rivers, but one day they magically receive a summons in the form of letters. They don't really question the magic, but immediately as soon as these letters appear, they know who it's from. And the letter says, "The time is here. I am dying. Come and collect your inheritance." Most of the story follows one of the granddaughters, Miramar, but we also jump around to a few other points of view, notably Miramar's cousin, who's of course Orquídea's grandson, Raimundo or Ray. There's a few other POV characters, but we also get flashbacks told from Orquídea's point of view of her early life. And so yes, we eventually find out all of her mysteries. Miramar is pretty much of a drifter. She doesn't have much ambition. Not in terms of her career or relationships. She had moved to New York City as a teenager but never really fit in. And she is close really only with her cousin Ray, who is a gay man who at one time wanted to be an artist but settled into life as an accountant simply because it was practical and he's good with numbers. So Ray and Miramar travel together to Orquídea's house and find it is packed with their relatives because everyone, of course, was called. And Orquídea is still alive at this time, but she makes her last wishes known before passing. And by passing, I mean, well, let's not get into spoilers.
Again, spoilers.
There's a lot of mysteries that are left hanging, not the smallest of which is, who the heck was Orquídea? Why did she never leave her house? Was she running from someone? Was she hiding from someone? We get drawn into the story and eventually find out all about her life. Again, there's a fair amount of flashbacks, which sometimes I dislike, but here I looked forward to when they showed up as chapters because I found myself so fascinated by Orquídea's history. And I was also captivated by the lives of Miramar and Ray, and one of their aunts, Tatanelli, and her young daughter, Rhiannon. And Teddy was kind of interesting because she just wanted a normal life with a boring, normal husband who loves her, and that's exactly what she got. And her daughter Rhiannon is precocious and innocent, yet they find themselves in this whirlwind of surrealism and magic. Now, there's no way I can do justice to describing the story, especially since I don't want to give out any spoilers.
Again, spoilers.
Let me just say this is one of my favorite books of the year, if not the top favorite. Now, don't expect to understand the magic in this book. The author is not Brandon Sanderson. Sanderson develops intricate, detailed magic systems so the reader knows all the rules and parameters. The magic here is inexplicable. There is no rhyme or reason, but there is this sense of the absurd, a whimsy that kind of borders between fairy tales and Dr. Seuss. It's one of those situations where you just have to let go and accept what's happening, much like the characters in the book do. And there is a very large cast of characters, and you probably won't be able to keep the different aunts and uncles and cousins straight, but that's okay, because the story grounds itself in the main characters, and it's not hard to keep track of what's important. And if I make this story sound very insular because we're just talking about a house and one family, I assure you it is not. We travel from Ecuador to Europe to the United States. We meet carnival magicians and aliens and shrinking gods. We witness hate and love and betrayal and regret. But ultimately, the story is grounded in relationships, especially familial relationships. And yes, there, the story is ultimately very intimate and small. If you haven't guessed by now, I give The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova my blessing. I'm not sure why I haven't heard many people talking about this book, but that's a shame. It's a remarkable book in my opinion. I think it deserves much more recognition than what it's gotten, and I hope you pick it up and read it for yourself. If you want to help me out and you're not subscribed to me yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Until we meet again, may all the books you read be blessed.